everyone, it's Toyin back again. Welcome back to my channel. And today is going to be a bit of a different one. Please do follow me on Instagram because even though I have not been posting regularly on YouTube, I have been posting some things on Instagram, mostly just pictures and stuff like that of, what I've been up to and, life update, that kind of thing. So that's not what you're here for. So the last time that I was on YouTube, I did mention that I'd be doing some movie and series reviews, or I asked you guys if you wanted me to do that. And there was a very positive amount of response saying, yes, we would like to see more reviews of TV series and films and that kind of thing. So with that spirit in mind, today we're going to be reviewing a little bit late, but still on time in a way. When you hear the message that I'm going to be delivering, we'll be reviewing The Lion King. So over the summer, The Lion King, the live animation action film version of The Lion King, was released by Walt Disney Studios, and I went to watch it with my goddaughters, and I just want you guys to know my thoughts. Now, Lion King, unlike the majority of Disney's cartoons, except one or two, things like maybe Tarzan or The Jungle Book, or perhaps even Bambi, I think the rest of them are largely based on either traditional fairy tales or things that have happened in history, things like Anastasia and stuff like that. So the majority of them are based on traditional fairy tales. But The Lion King, I think, was specifically written for Disney. Now, whilst I like the story that The Lion King portrays, which is this coming-of-age story of kind of triumph of adversity, of dealing with bereavement and grief and loss and that kind of thing, in a way that would be palatable to children, I really appreciate that element of it. The issue that I have is that all the Disney cartoons try to embody some kind of representation. And I just don't understand why, when they chose to go to Africa, they made everybody animals. Why'd you do that? I've always had an issue with that. Even when I was a child, when The Lion King was the cartoon. I love the songs, I love everything about The Lion King, except the fact that they've made everybody animals. And I don't know why they did that. I don't know whether it's because Coming to America is like a portrayal of African royalty, and The Lion King is a portrayal of like African in terms of royalty and the kingdom and that kind of stuff. And they just didn't want to, sort of have that duplicity with Coming to America. I don't know why, if that was the reason, but I do take issue that when you represent Creole culture in The Princess and the Frog, you have people in there. The princess is an African American character. When you have Anastasia, which represents Russia and the Baltics, you have people in there. When you have Cinderella, people. Beauty and the Beast, which is set in France, people. When you have, what else have they had recently? I don't know. Mowgli, The Jungle Book. Mowgli is a person set in India. But the only Disney cartoon that is set on the African continent has every character in it as an animal. And you've not, and when I say you, I mean Disney has not produced any cartoons whereby you have African people represented in cartoon form. And I think that is extremely problematic, because it still makes Black people, particularly Black people of African descent, other when you're telling stories to children. And that, in my view, would only foster this divisive global culture where there are Africans somewhere down here, or Black people somewhere down here, and the rest of the world up here. I am not one to go down a racial angle most of the time, but I think in the case of The Lion King, it's so in my face that I cannot pretend that I am blind to it and I do not see it. And it bothers me, and it always has bothered me. And I don't know why Disney hasn't done anything to resolve that issue. Yes, I appreciate that you had a largely African or Afro-Caribbean cast doing the voiceovers, but children don't know anything about that. They just know that, okay, Beyonce sang a song in that movie, but they don't know who else is behind the voices of the animated characters in that movie. They don't know that they're largely black children or black people or whatever. They just know that it's lions and monkeys and giraffes and whatever have you have in that production. So that's where I take an issue. And I think that in terms of representation of diversity, there isn't that much on Disney. You just see pretty much the same characters of the same race all the time. The only three that I can think of where you don't have that issue is The Princess and the Frog, The Jungle Book, which is mainly animals, you know, except for Mowgli. And what's the other one? Mulan, which is actually my favorite Disney cartoon of all time. And it's probably because it's got a female lead and it's not largely a romantic story. And, you know, all the characters are from China. So, you know, that's the closest we're going to get in terms of, you know, broad-based, non-Caucasian type comical representation that Disney's going to give us. So that's my issue. That's something to think about. And I think that anybody watching this, regardless of your race, when you are watching The Lion King with your children, it's very important to maybe point out the voices, the faces that belong to the voices of the characters, so that, you know, that missing link can in a way sort of attempt to be filled, or just even don't bother and just buy the soundtrack, because really we all like the music really more than anything else, and watch Black Panther instead. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Please leave your comments in the comment section down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that you would always get an update when I post a new video. And also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, the details of which will be below. So until next time, bye.